Good day, I'm Corby Skinner, and I am the program host today for Living Well in Montana. And this program is a new program of LIFTT, which is Living Independently for Today and Tomorrow, which is a service in Billings, Montana, but it services 18 counties. So today with me, I have two guests, and we're going to be talking about living well in the community. We have Cheryl Riga, who is the independent living specialist, and Katelyn Baker, who is going to tell us about what living well in the community is like. So let's start with what exactly is living well in the community? Cheryl?
Living well in the community is a 10-week program. And we cover the basics, and we focus on those who live with a disability. Life is already hard, so living in the world, especially now in the pandemic, it's even harder. So living well in the community is helping teach the skills to meet their goals, to advocate, to be able to participate in society on an equal level.
Mm-hmm. So, healthy community living, that's something that just sounds like it's easy to do. I mean, that's not an issue. But it's not as easy for everyone.
No. Healthy community living, it's like going to the movies and somebody has a sensory disorder or has an illness or has tics. They should still be able to enjoy it. You know, it's about integration of all of us together, whether we have a disability or not. Mm-hmm. It's leveling the playing field and giving everybody the same opportunity, whether we're abled or disabled. Mm-hmm. And that's a really important thing, especially for those of us who live with a disability.
So, Katelyn, you've been through this program?
I have.
And were there things that you learned that surprised you?
Yeah, so I could give you a rundown of what we go through. So the whole premise is week one, you set a goal. And throughout the 10-week program, you really learn how to reach that goal in a healthy way, rather it's hitting a roadblock and going to a peer or your facilitator and saying, hey, I've hit this problem. I need to figure out a way and maneuver around it so I can reach a goal. We go over that. We have a healthy eating and a healthy physical activity chapter to help our consumer live in a well-rounded, healthier life.
So, if you think about it, it's no different than someone going on a diet. You set a goal, and then you have to take steps to lose weight, to start eating healthy. So, the program is set up with establishing the goals and then learning the steps to reach those goals. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
So tell us about, it's 10 weeks. Is there a different goal for each week?
There are different sections each week. So the first week we have orientation. Then we discuss setting goals. We also discuss how to participate in the community, how to advocate for ourselves to meet our needs. We discuss healthy living. But the best part of it is we build a foundation, a foundation of ourselves as far as, what's important to us, our foundation for our strength, for the things that keep us going. So it's like building a house. So you start at the foundation and we build up and we separate rooms and we separate the ideas. So we break it down in a 10-week course so that, we have time to absorb it and you have time to live it a little bit. Because setting a goal isn't just, I set a goal. There's a process. And there's a process to being able to follow from the start of the goal to reaching your goal.
There's a process of you can set all the goals in the world, but it takes follow through to make that goal a reality, and I think that's really what the program focuses on, because throughout the 10 weeks we will circle back to that original goal and we'll ask our participants, how's your goal going? Is there anything we can do to help you reach that goal? And each chapter is designed to really build that house and to give you the tools to reach your set goal. And what I've learned from taking the class is I can apply each chapter to any aspect in life, and it makes sense.
Now, it must be interesting because LIFTT services all kinds of people, all ages, adults though, not children.
We actually do serve families.
Families.
We serve families who have children that are disabled. We still help with them getting IEPs. We help with getting technology, assisted technology. We help with grants for accommodations to the home if that's what a child needs. But we help all. But this program is a focus would be ideal for disabled individuals who are leaving high school and want to build a career, or in college, or just finding out.
So, Cheryl, what I was thinking about, though, is it must be interesting because every person in that class probably has a different disability or different levels of abilities and disabilities. So each person has to set their own goals, I would think. Katelyn?
I think in the class a couple of different times throughout, like, stages in my life, and I find I have a different goal every time I take a class, and I grow every time I take it as an individual and as a disabled person in the community.
So, did you, Katelyn, have a specific goal before you started this class that you wanted to achieve?
You wanted to live independently?
I wanted to live on my own and be successful on my own.
So,
and I came and loved the beauty of my LIFTT journey is I came for housing help, and then like 3 weeks later they were offering living well in the community, which back then it was living well with a disability. So that was in the neat to get that education I needed to be a successful member in society living on my own.
Do you have your own apartment?
I do.
That must be very exciting.
Yes, I live in a 2-bedroom and totally self-efficient. I mean, I have a PCA, and
Okay, you're going to have to explain what that is.
PCA is a personal care attendant, so mine comes in twice a week to help me with basic cleaning, prep a meal, take grocery shopping, and then meet my needs the week that I can't meet independently, so I could still live in my own home.
And can I ask how old you are?
I am 23, and I've been living on my own for 4 years in April.
That's amazing. I know a lot of people that are 23 that are living in their parents' basement.
I've been really determined, and my grandma's in a big part in that, so.
So, Cheryl, a variety of ages and a variety of disabilities. So some people may be born with a disability, but there are also people that may have had an accident, a motorcycle accident, or a ski accident, and have to relearn things.
Correct. Yes. The levels of disabilities, they range from, we serve people with mental illnesses, that's a disability, traumatic brain injuries, people who have macular degeneration, they have eye disease, they have low vision, and some of us have a combination, autoimmune, on top of my other struggles. And what's beautiful about this program is it's aimed to serve each person as an individual. And with the Living Well in the Community, when it was developed and how it was developed, it is across the board worldwide.
So tell me how that program was developed. It's relatively new.
It is.
And how was it designed? And you said that it's universal.
It is.
But tell us a little bit about the origin of that.
Living Well in the Community actually started when the Center of Disease Control, the CDC, had started offering and were seeking information. And they weren't seeking information or statistical information to hinder our population. They did it to uplift our population. They wanted to see what it was like statistically and demographically, how it is to live in the life as a disabled individual. And some of our disabilities are seen, some of them are unseen. And with that, it gave the statistics across the board to start this program and to develop it so that we could integrate into society and it meets the needs. That's why whether you have cerebral palsy, whether you have a mental illness or a physical disability, whether you're a paraplegic or a quadriplegic, whether you have autism, that's why this program works, because there was so much statistical data brought in. The program was designed to meet the needs of all. So it can be taught no matter what your level is, and your cognitive ability could be really high or it could be really low. But the way it's designed, it's approachable for all aspects.
I think the general public, when they think of ADA compliance, they think of ramps and doorways and wheelchairs, in terms of disabilities, those are the things that are sort of the most visible. I know that businesses are thinking we need to be ADA compliant. That really is just one small aspect of a
Yes.
disability.
Yes.
Yes.
May I? Or do you
Yeah.
got this one?
I was just gonna talk from experience. Like in my life, I have cerebral palsy, so the ADA world is just bigger than people realize. It's getting technology so you can succeed in school. It's getting weighted silverware so you can eat properly. It's learning dragons so you can dictate rather than hype. So I guess when I think ADA, I don't think wheelchairs and ramps and buttons. I think other things. People in my situation or like autistic or maybe more independent disabilities might need some things that are outside the scope of wheelchairs, ramps, and buttons.
Very good. And
See,
Cheryl?
and for me, my ADA, and when I look at it, it's reasonable accommodations at the job place. I might be a little bit more hyper one day, so I might just need my boss to understand that I've got to go for an extra walk. Or if I can't sit in my seat, it's not because I'm playing. It's because I've either done so much work or my brain is a little overloaded and I need to decompress. You know, my view of ADA is 6 plus 6 is 12 for an abled person, but for me, it's 9 plus 3. It doesn't matter how we get there, and it shouldn't matter, because a lot of organizations or people in society say, oh, there's a handicap button, oh, the door opens, there's a ramp. But the thing is there are so many different disabilities out there, and it's not even, it is a disability, but if people could only see it's really not a disability, a lot of times we have different abilities.
So today we're talking with Cheryl Riga and Katelyn Baker. This is a program of LIFTT, Living Independently for Today and Tomorrow. But our topic today is living independently in the community. And what we would encourage people to do is, if they know someone that has a disability, to be in contact with the LIFTT office and find out when the next class would be available. So let's talk a little bit about what that class is, how long it lasts, and how they go about getting involved.
Well, actually, I'm really excited you asked that, because we will be doing a run of Living Well in the Community, and I'm starting this class and facilitating this class via Zoom starting the first week of April of 2021.
Yes. We are so excited.
Oh, we are.
I'll be joining.
Yep.
I'll be taking it as a student again, which I'm excited for because I'm at a different stage than I was a year or 2 years ago. So I'll have a different goal than I did a year or 2 ago.
Like to be a co-facilitator is the goal. Yep.
And Katelyn, I imagine when you first took this class, it was in person.
Yes. Yes, it looked very different.
So it's going to be very different how, I mean, the pandemic has made us figure out and create new ways. So tell us about some of those challenges.
May I? Yes. Okay. The challenge is going to be making sure that people have the technology. So we are going to be doing these classes via Zoom, and they are 1 hour to 2 hours. We have the ability to send the materials because each week they get guides and they get activities, and we get to share these things and information. And we can either send it electronically, or if we need to develop a manual, meaning print out the manual for our peers and our consumers, that's what we do. The challenge is not about teaching the class. It's making sure that it's set up in a way that it accommodates those that need the class, each individual
disability. So I would imagine that many of the people that take the class have either a parent or a friend, a relative, or a caregiver that participates with them?
They can, but I also have several consumers that that we serve who are living independently, and they just need a little extra help with reinforcing their skills, or being taught they can advocate, or being taught that they have, you know, the ability to set a goal and to work through it. You know, but it's all about the balance. We set a goal, we need to be able to communicate, we need to be able to advocate, we need to be able to live a healthy lifestyle where, you know, being healthy isn't just one factor. It's physically, it's mentally, it's emotionally. And having the extra support along with this class, with setting goals and finding your resources and learning how to communicate, you know, these are all a big part of, you know, healthy community living, but also living well in our community.
So I noticed when I was looking over these notes that the 10 weeks cover different things each week. Each week. So you said the first week is really setting goals for yourself. Tell us about things like nutrition and exercise and some of the other examples of what might be in the workshop.
Well, with the nutrition, it's about finding balance. And, you know, a healthy mind or a healthy body, they have to go hand in hand. So if we're going to live well, we have to overall live well. So the nutrition teaches about how we can make effective meals, or how nutrition brings balance and it makes you feel better. And then the same thing with exercise, you know, physical activity and finding a way, you know, and we have resources for that, and being active. So it's all about being well-rounded. See, it's not about just, oh, God bless you. I set a goal and I got there. It's all about the process so that we can share with individuals with disabilities the process and how we can do it in a healthy way and get through the barriers, you know, and the obstacles that are set up against us.
Katelyn, was there a particular workshop that you enjoyed more than others, or maybe that you learned something new?
Yeah, there's a chapter or 2 chapters on beating the blues and overcoming roadblocks. I just think it gave me perspective on goals are hard. No matter what goal you set, you're gonna hit that roadblock, and you have 2 choices. You could camp out there and give up, or you could seek advice and find a way to get around it.
I can tell, Katelyn, that you are going to be a very good co-leader of this next program because you've been there.
What's nice is about this is all of us who train, all of us that go through it and become facilitators and teach it, we've also been through it. So it's not only about being one who went through the class or understands the class, but all of us with being peers and understanding, we're consumer driven. So it's consumers that have learned how to be successful teaching other consumers who are disabled how to do it themselves.
So even before the class starts, well, the class starts in April, but even before that, people should contact the LIFTT office so that they can find out, because in the pre-pandemic time, I imagine these classes were at the LIFTT office.
Yes, we're hoping one day for them to be back. But if they reach out to LIFTT and want information.
So now would be a good time to contact the office to find out what sort of technology. Some people may not be familiar with Zoom yet or how to access that. May need somebody to help them set up technology in their home so that they can participate. It's not too early.
No, that's why we've set the class out 6 weeks. It takes time to set up, it takes time to invite, and I can assure those that may be a little leery or unsure that we do have people that can help talk them through setting up that technology. And it's a support process for before, all the way through, and after.
So we have been talking with Cheryl Riga and Katelyn Baker about Living Well in the Community, which is a 10-week course. And tell us about how do they contact you?
They can contact our main office. They can email me. They can call. They can call into the office. They can email, and I will return the calls. They will be directed to an independent living specialist, or they can hit option 2 when they call into the office. Hitting option 2 will take them in.
This program, in fact, our phone number is on the screen now. So I would really encourage people not to wait until April.
No.
Earlier is better, especially for those who are new to Zoom. I would encourage those that are newer to download it, play around with the program.
Get comfortable with the program.
Comfortable with it so you're ready and go day 1 in class.
Right.
So Cheryl and Katelyn, thank you for being here. And again, the information about Living Well in the Community class is on your screen. Thank you.
Thank you, Corby.
Thank you, Corby.